Thank you, Program Director of the Master of Ceremonies, for giving me this opportunity to address this very important gathering. I must, on the onset, apologize that I had a prepared text, but when I saw the composition of what we have today, I think I have to discard it. So I will speak to you from my heart. Leaders of the South Sudanese community in Canada, led by the President of the South Sudanese Alliance, the President of Canadian South Sudanese Alliance, Francis Yale, dear colleagues from the Diplomatic Corps, the Ambassador of Ghana, the Ambassador or representative of the Embassy of Tanzania, my sister-in-law, the Ambassador of Uganda. I'm saying sister-in-law because we are one people and my eldest son married from Uganda. So, Itie Mabe, we even speak the same language. Yeah. And then representative of the government here, I see our close friend, the Chief of Police in Ottawa, other members of the community here. I don't know whether we have a representative for women, but my colleagues from the other embassies, the Embassy of Sudan, the Embassy of Rwanda, the Embassy of our representative of Somaliland, I salute you all in the name of our country, South Sudan. And I want to say thank you all for honoring this occasion. For the organizers, I say thank you for inviting me. I think my brother Francis was actually doubting that I was going to come, because even the way that he invited me, he said, if you can show up. So I want to tell you that I've shown up, I'm here, so there shouldn't be any doubt. And today, I want to say that all South Sudanese all over the world have the right to celebrate this great day in whatever way, collectively or as individuals, because this day belongs to them. The Declaration of Independence in July 9, 2011 marked the culmination of a very long and protracted struggle that started way in 1956, before many of our countries in the continent actually got independent. We had a lull in 1972, and in 1983 again, this struggle started, that ended in 2005 by the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement in Nairobi. The aspiration of the people of South Sudan has always been to live as free citizens in their own country, like everyone else. Needless to say, we had to go through a lot of pain and sacrifice, but at last, in 2011, we became a country and joined other nations in the world to be free and also to live in peace, not with ourselves alone, but with the members of the international community. The results of the independence of South Sudan has not only been the armed struggle that we had in South Sudan alone, but it has been the struggle even by our members of the diaspora. And that is why it is very important to recognize this day among our South Sudanese here. Because in 2011, South Sudanese in their thousands here in Canada braved the snow and the cold wind, queuing up in long lines to cast that very important vote that made us a nation today. So this is your day. This is not just a day of those who died and suffered in the fields in South Sudan, but it's also your day. It is your day because you recognize the sacrifices that you and them have done. And as the Chief of Police said here earlier, you celebrated Canada Day, and that you owe it to people also who struggled for the independence of this country. As South Sudanese, you realize that you're also Canadians. And I want to thank the Chief of Police again for inviting you to join the police service. Of course, he's asking you not as South Sudanese, but as Canadians. So you realize that when you are here, you only have to also integrate and become part of this community of Canadians, because you are Canadian citizens also. And to be good citizens, you must also assimilate. You contribute, yes, with your culture, but as you remain thankful for the hospitality that the Canadians who are here before have offered you, I think you can only make that more meaningful by living in peace with the people whom you have found here, and also with yourself. I want to confirm to you today that after the independence of South Sudan, we face so many challenges. And as my brother from Ghana has said before, the conflict did not end with our independence, but some of our differences resulted into us fighting among ourselves. This is a dark period in our life that we have not just vowed, but we have promised to ourselves that we will put behind us. With the signing of the comprehensive of the resolutions for the conflict of the South agreement that was signed in Khartoum in 2018, and thanks to our brothers from Sudan who mediated that, and also from Uganda, we have seen that since 2018 up to now, we have had an era of peace in South Sudan. Next year, in December 2024, we will be going for elections. And as we have witnessed before, that when South Sudanese are faced with a challenge, they come together. They did that when they fought for the liberation. You did that when you united here in Canada and voted overwhelmingly for your independence. And I have no doubt that you will do it again as we go next year and vote to elect the people whom you want to see lead South Sudan to be that country that is not only with peace with itself, but prosperous and able to contribute to the continent and to the world. As it's already been mentioned, South Sudan is a country that is endowed with a lot of resources. We only need peace to be able to exploit those resources and put them to use for the betterment of humanity.